Years ago here in Kingsport, we used to have a lot of trains going through here, but we don't have a lot because of coal being cut back. But we still have to be on our toes. We still have to watch for those things. So, okay, trains don't run on a schedule. Okay, they run on the rails, obviously, but they don't run on a schedule anymore. So you never know when the train is coming. So when you get to that crossing, always expect a train. Be ready to yield the right of way to an oncoming train. Okay, train is bigger than you are anyway, bigger than all of us. So let's give it a lot of room. All right. Now remember a few moments ago I said to get the kids involved, and that's kind of where it is, because they're going to go home, they're going to tell their parents what they learned, and then their parents are going to be good drivers as well as you guys. All right. Okay. Cross only where you see the crossbuck. That's the only safe and legal place to cross the track. Otherwise, y'all get in trouble. We don't want anybody getting in trouble here because it's a big hefty fine. As a school bus driver, obviously by law, y'all have to stop at the railroad crossing, open the door, look out the little window over here. Again, this is where you get your students, your little 3- and 4-year-olds, to help you all out by getting quiet and helping you to look and listen. Because some of those trains out there, they're not very noisy. They'll sneak up on you pretty quick. Okay? Even though they may only go 25, 30 miles an hour out here, all of a sudden they're right there. You may be distracted or something like that. Minimize your distractions. And again, that's where you get your little children involved by getting them to be quiet and helping you look and listen for that train. And they're probably going to be excited because the train is coming down the track anyway. They're going to wait for it. So, trains can't swerve. We know that. They're stuck to the rails. So you get out of the way. But we don't have to. We try not to worry about that. All right, let's look at stopping distances. So that's why I brought this little ruler up here. So stopping distances, this is football field lengths without the end zones, okay? Family car. 2 inches. 1 inch equals 100 feet on my ruler. 200 feet. Your school bus is going to be about, 2 and about 4/10 of an inch, 240 feet. Okay, that's for the regular size school bus. Now yours is probably about 220, but I'm not going to get a real tape on here. Okay, tractor trailer truck is going to be 300, and there's 3 inches right there. All right, now the train takes a mile or more to stop, and so we're going to have, if you'll hold that end of the ruler, please. Thank you. Just about where it is. All right, we have this much off the ruler, 53 inches, ladies and gentlemen. That's equal to 18. That's equal to 18 football field lengths. That's what the train needs to stop, 1 mile or more. Okay, pretty long distance, isn't it? All right, let's go backwards. I'm going to go all the way back to there. Thank you. We just lost 2/3 of a mile. Why did we lose it? Well, because the engineer can only see you from a maximum distance of 1/3 of a mile. 6 football field lengths. We're going to lose some more real estate right away. We're now at the length of 2 football fields. This is where the engineer and conductor can see you and tell, oh, you're a person. That's a school bus. Has he applied the brakes yet? I don't think so. So we're out of real estate, guys. We've just lost it all, right down to the bottom. Okay? That's pretty close. But let's look at it from a weight ratio. I'm going to back up just a little bit here. A railroad crossing, highway rail grade crossing, is the #1 most dangerous intersection you'll ever come across. Whether you're driving a school bus or you're driving your family car, either one. You've got to be on your toes. You've got to be able to yield the right of way to the oncoming train. Okay. So let's look at the weight. Let's take this 12-ounce soda can. Okay, I don't have one with me here. 12 ounces of soda is 3/4 of a pound times 4,000 because the ratio is 1 to 4,000. pretty big ratio, isn't it? Don't have a chance here, do we? Well, 1 to 4,000 is against that 3,000-pound family car. Okay, the average car. Okay. Now, let's take the car, 3,000 pounds. Okay. Multiply that by 4,000, and we get a 12 million pound rolling train. 12 million pounds of rolling steel in a load. That's no match against your school bus, your family car, or pretty much anything that's a lot smaller than that train, okay? All right. Now, some of you have probably been very observant. You've gone to the railroad crossing and you've seen a little sign that's blue field and white letters. It's called Emergency Notification System. It works like 911. And I'll guarantee all of you in here that some of those 3- and 4-year-olds probably know how to use 911. They're smarter than we used to be at 3 years old. Okay? So, this is like 911. So let's say that your car or your school bus gets out here at the railroad track and it dies in the middle of the railroad track. Okay? I'm sure you got some kind of policy that you can call Mr. Martin over here and say, hey, Mr. Martin, my bus is stuck on the railroad track over here. And why is that little white sign over there? Well, it's called blue and white to save your life. We're the eyes and ears for the railroad. There's not enough maintenance people. There's not enough police officers out there to cover all the 20,000 or 30,000 miles of railroad track that all these railroads have out here across America, and the commuter agencies that don't have that much. Okay? So, that's there because there's a railroad emergency number on there. Okay? 800 number. I have it in my phone right here. I have it for CSX and Norfolk Southern both. And I've had to use it once or twice for Norfolk Southern. The other thing that's on there is a 6-digit, 1-letter code, DOT. Call it DOT code. Okay? Every railroad crossing has a different DOT code. So if you were to get your bus stuck out there or your family car, you call the railroad. Say, hey, you know, my school bus is stuck on the railroad track. Or Mr. Martin will call in and say, hey, bus number blah, 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 is stuck at railroad crossing number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6A. Okay? And he'd have to give his name, the phone number he's calling from, and the reason why he's calling. Okay? The railroad is going to make every possible action to make sure that they stop the trains in that area where your school bus is stuck. Because, like I said earlier, we do not want to hit your school bus. Okay? We'd rather let you get the school bus off the track and then we'll run the trains again. Okay? So, if a train is coming and you only have so many seconds to get out of that vehicle, you get out of the vehicle, get everybody else out as quickly as you can, orderly. You run at a 45-degree angle away from the train. Okay? Towards the train, but away from it. Okay? Towards but away. Okay? You don't want to be running the same direction the train is going because that's where all the debris is going. You don't want to be in the way of all that neat debris that's going to go flying. Okay? Now, when you get to a railroad crossing, there's usually a stop line at the crossing. Now, some crossings don't have that. Do not stop any closer than 15 feet, a car length, before you get to that crossing. Okay? Now, you may want to inch up just a little bit more so you can see around the vegetation. In that case, there's another example of calling the railroad and say, hey, you need to cut the vegetation over here because I can't see around the corner. Okay? No farther back than 50 feet for good sight distance. Okay? You don't want to be too far back, but you want to be able to see, you know, what's coming. Especially if you got the school bus and you got, you know, all these little kiddos behind you over here that want to get to school. The parents are relying on you guys to get them to school, get them back home every day, all in one piece. Okay? And we always hope that they end up that way. All right. See, always remember that you don't drive around the lower gates. That's just like a no-no. Okay? Now, there's a passive crossing, which has nothing but a crossbuck. and maybe a yield sign with a stop sign underneath it. That's all it's got. And that's usually out here in the country. Okay. Here in town, we've got what's called the active crossing. Okay. The active crossing has gates, lights, bells, and sometimes the big cantilever up over the